Hello guys, welcome to another YouTube video. It's your boy LoveBoy24 here, and today is another YouTube video about my review on I Know What You Did Last Summer. And let's get right into it. So, this movie was actually pretty good. I don't think it's bad, but it's not the greatest, okay? And there's reasons why I will explain, but there's a lot of positivity with this movie, actually. I actually really do enjoy this movie. I think it's kind of actually a little bit better than part 1 and part 2 by a bit. Like, not too much, but good enough where I'm like, yeah, it's definitely a lot better than I will always know what you did last summer. Like, that was terrible. I mean, I haven't watched the TV show, but I heard bad stuff about the TV show too. So I'm gonna watch the TV show because I'm gonna do a tier list video soon enough, short and a tier list video of it. So coming out soon, not anytime like this week or next week, but coming out soon. But yeah, this is actually not a bad movie. I do think I'm making a spoiler review of this just because of the stuff that does happen in the credit scene. They do have a post credit scene, so because of that reason, I might do a spoiler review. But yeah, honestly, let's get characters. The new characters are actually pretty good. I think 3C Films, I forgot the characters' names. I kind of forgot. And the only one I can remember is Stevie. Stevie is one of she was very much of an interesting character too. I really did enjoy her inside of this. I did really enjoy her in the movie, actually. I'm going to put pictures up for her because I'm trying to do these picture things now a lot better. But straight out, the characters were pretty good. I'm gonna pop up the pictures. Mainly my two favorites out of the movie. These two were actually pretty nice, pretty good. I think they were very funny. They were fleshed out. I think there's some scenes that are like, what the fudge? What? And there's some TikTok, Therese, if you go watch 3C Films beside of me, he does say there is a lot of TikTok jokes, and they made me look away in disappointment, but I was like, it is in this new era where everyone makes that kind of joke, so you kind of have to accept it. So I kind of accept it, but honestly, the characters were really good in this. I think all the characters in this was actually pretty good. There were little problems, but I didn't mind it. I think I really did enjoy it. Every character in this, except the cops. The cops were pretty annoying. It's like your job is to be, getting them, not, either way, it's kind of like a Scream 5 film. I'm not gonna lie. It's a big plot twist. I want to say it. It was very much a big plot twist with one of the characters in this. But it was very much a plot twist. You're like, what? Not expected at all. It was surprising. But yeah, the new characters were pretty good. Straight out, and then when they brought back the original characters, Ray and Julia, pretty sure that's their names. I don't know if I said their actor's name or if I said their character name, but I put a picture up of them both. Those two were actually pretty good. I actually really enjoyed their characters. I think Ray, if I'm saying his name, the guy that plays Fred in the Scooby-Doo movies, I think he was pretty good. I think his character made sense. I understood. I love him in it. But Julia was okay, because honestly, I feel like she just brought her back just for the fans. Ray makes sense for the story. She kind of it's yeah, you're in the story, but at the same time, you're kind of for the fans, because she does say her iconic stuff that she does in part 1 and part 2 that Scary Movie make fun of, you know what I mean? The exact same thing, the same way as the first and second one, and it's kind of stupid. I was like, okay, a little bit too much with the legacy kind of stuff. I don't make me hate you, okay? Because 3C Films and a lot of people about movies that's getting a sequel was these bring back the old cast but having these new casts in, right? Is that they lean in too much of their past movies, doing reference and lines in it, straight out too much to a point you're like, okay, this is just like baiting all the fans at this point. It's not even about the story anymore. You're just trying to bait the fans into watching it just because these iconic scenes and characters are coming back and stuff. This movie kind of does that actually. I think there's some parts where you're like, okay, at this point you're bringing a bunch of these characters back just so that you could get some money. But even though they do that, like they bring back scenes from characters and reference a lot of stuff, I do not mind it at all because generally the story isn't actually bad. Let's talk about the story because I'm kind of done with the character wise. The story was actually pretty fleshed out, pretty good. Every character had their little story. Everything made sense. The ending was amazing too. Actually, I think the third act was actually pretty good. I think everything in it was the story was actually pretty good. Like there might be some plots that I'm like, what? That doesn't make any sense. Like I'm mainly like the friend group. Like it's like kind of you say it happened in their past, but I wish we could actually see it because mainly those are the reason why all this stuff is happening, and you're not giving me any information on it, and you're like, you kind of, I don't know, maybe that's just me, but like there's some story where it's like, oh, okay, and then they do something, you're like, oh, not expected, and then, it's like some little stuff that I can't really explain, but like, nothing major. I don't think this is a bad movie. I actually really enjoyed it as a slasher movie. Like, the killings were okay. I don't think the killings was, like, the greatest, because honestly, I don't know if their budget for killing was bad, but like the only good killing was actually shown in the trailer with the spear gun, and that's like the only good killing. And then killing wise, but how they leave the bodies, because like how they leave the bodies are pretty messed up, if I have to say. Like, I mean, like, it's really messed up. I was like, wow, that is just horrifying. If I was seeing that in real life, you'd be like, oof, kill me right now, because that is just gruesome how they show. After, like, they kill them, it's boring, but when they show the body, you're like, wow, that's what they did to them. It's pretty crazy, but the killings were pretty good. I think the killing was perfectly okay. It's not really slasher vibe. It's not really gory or anything. Like, I feel like a lot of other slasher movie is like, but it's not bad. The ending was okay. I feel like what you find out who's the killer, it's like, oh, okay, I like it, and it's surprising, but it like how you ended it off, it's like, it's okay. It's an okay ending where you're not gonna hate it, but you're not gonna like it sometimes. You're not gonna really like it. But if they made a sequel for it, I feel like people would be like, yeah, if you make a sequel to it, I go watch it, because it's actually not bad. But yeah, this is gonna be it for my review for I Know What You Did Last Summer. Characters amazing. The iconic characters were pretty good, except Julia. I think this was kind of a waste for her. The story was pretty much a good story. Yeah, I think if I had to give it a review, because I don't want to give it too much, I think this is a good movie. I think they did actually a little bit better than Scream 5 by a bit, not too much. I think it's like in the rankings with Scream 5. I'm about to give this a nice 7.5 out of 10. Like, it's not bad, like, movie-wise, but there's, like, characters that's, like, iffy, and how they use the legacy characters, like, a little bit more iffy, and then the ending is, like, an okay ending. So, like, honestly, it's a 7.5 out of 10. It's a movie that I can definitely rewatch, unlike I always will know what you did last summer. But honestly, I don't think if they make a part 2, hopefully, how they ended it off, they does look like they're gonna make a part 2. If the money looks good and the fans like it, if they do, please lean away of legacy stuff. Like, don't use your iconic legacy. Like, don't focus too much on it. Like, you can bring back old characters, right? Just don't like overuse them just because of reference and stuff for the fans to buy tickets for it. I want you guys to use these new characters that does survive. I'm not going to tell you who survives, because that's the point of watching a movie, to see who survives. That's what a slasher movie is. But use those for the next one. You can bring back an old character and reuse it. Just don't do too much reference. of the original films, because that's one thing with legacy movie has a problem with, is that they do that so much to a point where you reality cannot enjoy it, and that's all I can say. So yeah, 3.5 stars. Yeah, honestly, that's gonna be it for I Know What You Did Last Summer review. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this YouTube video. Hit the sub, hit the like, and have a great day. Peace.